Hello everyone, welcome to this week's edition of the Coach O Show, giving you an inside look at Northern Michigan football. My name is Ryan Beckman, along with Wildcat head football coach Chris Ostrowsky. Coming up on this week's show, we take a look back at the Wildcats' road game against Grand Valley State. We'll look ahead to the homecoming matchup with the Northwood Timberwolves. We'll talk with senior linebacker Matt Boonstra as well. And Coach, let's get into it. First of all, down on the road this past Saturday, taking on a very good Grand Valley State team, and unfortunately coming away with a 50-24 loss against the number 2 team of the nation.
Yeah, you know, hats go off to Grand Valley. I think they're a first-class outfit for sure. I think they're a fantastic football team at this point, and simply outplayed us. I don't think it's a situation where you know, the film doesn't lie, and they outplayed us in every aspect of the game. I don't deal in negative. Everybody knows me, knows that, and we work really hard in understanding how could we tell the truth on Sunday, evaluate our players, move on, get them better, ensure the same things we did wrong we don't do again. Electric atmosphere, 20,000 people, all the things college football should be. And you know, it's midway through the first quarter there, and we've got a chance to return a kickoff or a touchdown. We execute the deal, and we get a holding penalty, and it's 24-10 at halftime as opposed to 30-3. It's a big difference, and I thought that was a tough one to deal with heading into halftime.
Yeah, down early, but what did you think of your team's effort throughout the entire night against Grand Valley?
Yeah, you know, I think our guys battled from the offensive perspective. Again, starting late, or not getting off to a fast start, but was efficient. 3 touchdowns, no turnovers, 3 touchdown passes, no picks for Shea Brown, 60% passing, ran the ball for over 100 yards, did the things that we thought would be advantageous in regards to putting us in position to win the game. I thought we just ran into a buzzsaw and a fantastic offensive line, and as good a Division II tailback as I've seen since I've been in the league.
Well, you mentioned the kick return that got called back early on in the game, but from a special teams standpoint, Tyler Blackburn with a 47-yard field goal, and then the return game all night long was pretty solid too.
You know, I think we're continuing to get better. I think we're a much better football team today than we were 3 weeks ago, and that's always been the blueprint of our program. We get better as the season goes along. We're excited for homecoming. We've completely moved on. We've had a great practice today, and it's all about just today. We just want to make sure we're doing the dotting the I's and crossing the T's each day, be as detailed as we can be on our approach.
Getting back to the offense for a moment, Paris Woods with 2 touchdown receptions in the ball game, over 100 yards receiving for the second consecutive week. What have you seen from him in the last couple of weeks as now him and Shea get that rhythm going this year a little bit?
Clearly you could see that they were in rhythm, and that was great to see. It's great for our football team to see. We needed that to happen. Paris is consistent. I mean, that's the word that would be most descriptive in regards to Paris Woods. He's a hard worker. He's a tough kid. He's reliable. He's mature. He's a heck of a football player, and for Shea Brown to find a little rhythm with Paris is critical for our success moving forward.
Absolutely. More on this game coming up. We'll take a break. We'll talk with senior captain Matt Boonstra when we return on the Coach O Show. Here on the Coach O Show, our guest tonight is senior linebacker for the Wildcats, Matt Boonstra. Matt, nice to have you on the program. And let's talk first of all about the Grand Valley State game and what you saw from the Wildcats and from your team and your take from the game on Saturday night.
Yeah, you know, they're a top-notch program, and it was an electric environment down there, like Coach O said. And you know, it was nice to see just the fight in us in the second half, just no give up out of us. So that's kind of what I took from the game.
When you look at the fight from this team, even all season long, in the two previous games to the Grand Valley game, you've got to be happy from that standpoint too.
Yeah, and I think that comes with the experience that we have, especially on the defensive side of the ball. I think that has a lot to do with it.
Well, let's talk about the defensive side a little bit and what you've seen from the guys this year with the very veteran crew on that defensive side. What have you seen?
You know, I think it all starts up front this year, and I think that's where we're most improved with on the D-line with Jerry Vuxen and his whole crew. I think that's just been letting me and Alex Williams and Daryl Williams, or Alex Hamilton and DJ Williams just run around and make plays.
Yeah, how much has that linebacker, I mean, that's kind of a stacked linebacker position for you guys as well, and how much have you seen that improve this year from last year to this year too?
Yeah, and that's the thing is, you know, I'm back last, taking 80 snaps a game. And this year we're so deep, you know, I'm taking 30, 40 snaps a game, and that's across the board, and it's really just helping us stay fresh throughout the entire game.
How about into the secondary as well? Because you guys are a veteran back there too.
Yeah, Keyshawn Walker and Julian Hornback are really just holding it down back there, and it's nice to know that they're kind of a security blanket back there. It's nice to know that if I miss, I know Julian's there to clean it up for me. So. Sure,
absolutely. Named one of the captains this year for the Wildcats, one of the 4 captains. So what does it mean to you to be voted by your teammates and a captain in your senior year?
Yeah, that's a big time honor if you ask me. But the way I see it, we have 25, 30 guys that are leaders on this team, and I was just happened to be named one of the 4 captains. So,
how have you seen your role change? How have you seen your game change since you came in as a freshman and now in your senior season?
I give all the credit in the world to Coach Maslowski, my linebacker coach. He really likes to work on your strengths, but bring your weaknesses along as well. And it's through the years, he's been awesome and just helping me out.
How about if you think back to coming to Northern Michigan all those years ago? What was it that attracted you to this university, to this football program that got you fired up to be a Wildcat?
I don't know. Something just felt right. It's Coach O and the coaching staff. It's just that family atmosphere that I've fallen in love with, and it's just taken it to a new level. And I just fell in love with the place.
How about after this season? What's kind of plans for Matt Boonstra after Northern Michigan?
I've done 2 consecutive internships with Wallbridge Construction, and I've received a full-time offer from them, and I will be signing on with them.
Excellent, very cool. Now this week, getting set for homecoming against the Northwood Timberwolves, and I'm sure excited for homecoming a little bit. Take us from a player standpoint of what homecoming means.
It's exciting. I mean, it's my last one. It's an exciting deal. The town's going to come to life. Going to be a big crowd, and I just can't wait. We got to get it done Saturday.
How do you guys use that Superior Dome as a strong weapon?
I think it's a home field advantage. I think it's one of the biggest home field advantages in America. And we just got to turn that place into a death trap when you come in there. It's got to be a win.
For sure. Matt, appreciate the time and best of luck on Saturday.
Thanks.
It's Matt Boonstra joining us here on the Coach O Show. We'll take a break. More right after this. Welcome back to the Coach O Show as we get into the highlight portion of the show tonight. And let's take a look at the offensive highlights first of all.
Yeah, like we said, it's an electric atmosphere. This is my favorite part of the whole deal. We get to talk football and watch it a little bit. And, there's a couple things offensively that's critical. And obviously it starts up front with protection. When you talk about throwing a football, you got to be a fluid passer and be able to do those things. You got to be able to process information, and that's critical, and see coverage and kind of see where the soft spots are. And it was great to see Shea Brown get in the rhythm. I thought he was very calm in the pocket, which was great to see in such a big venue, and find rhythm with Paris was really great to see. And it's a heck of a throw and catch there. In regards to Paris Woods, and if we can do that consistently, it really limits what you could do defensively.
Sure.
And consequently opens up different things. So great play for us here. I believe it was in the start of the third quarter, and that was on a 98-yard drive. So we started that deal on the 2-yard line. That was real early in the process in the third quarter, and we felt good about that drive for sure, and that was probably the best drive we've had thus far through 3 weeks.
Yeah, moved down the field in just 7 plays. What kind of confidence does it give a team after a drive like that?
It's enormous. It's huge. For us, we understand that we're going to hit a seamer. Could be big play capabilities at any point, but when you're able to drive the football and be balanced in your attack, it gives you a great feeling of confidence from an offensive perspective, and that was certainly the case on that drive.
Sure.
As we move forward here into the fourth quarter, again, we talk about the importance of being balanced and running the football, and we just get a hat and a hat there in regards to the offensive line. Means man on man, and we run a basic zone read, which kind of everybody in America is doing right now, and Jake does a great job seeing it and then creasing it, and I thought he was going to score right there. And he kind of got caught up a little bit, but another great game for Jake Mayon, and he's creating a tremendous body of work. He's just a sophomore, and he'll continue to get bigger, stronger, faster, and better. So we're excited for him.
Yeah, absolutely, and fun to watch him run and progress, no question.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And you got an offensive line that's got some playing experience under their belts, and at the same time, they're young, and they're all going to be back with us here through the season, and then obviously as they get into 17 as well, 2017.
Sure, absolutely.
So I think we're establishing the symmetry up front that needs to happen for us to be a good football team.
And then the final offensive play here.
Yeah, absolutely. We're down in the red zone, obviously, with a scoring opportunity, and a young man named Ryan Knight, who's a true freshman, does a great job for us of seeing a little bit of a scramble situation, and Shea Brown keeps the play alive, and you got a touchdown. So it's a great football play for us when that happens, and you're able to improvise, adjust, and improvise. A&I, we say around our program. Ryan Knight's been bringing the juice since the minute he got on campus, so we're excited for him.
And absolutely, and that wide receiver positions we've talked about so deep this year.
It has to be. It has to be for us to be good at what we do, and those guys continue to progress and get better and get more comfortable.
Absolutely. We'll take a break here on the Coach O Show. We'll take a look at the defensive highlights when we return. Welcome back to the Coach O Show as we continue to look at highlights from the Wildcats game against Grand Valley State. Turning our attention now to the defensive highlights, and it's pretty good plays for the defense on Saturday night.
As we look at things again, I think we're playing a really special group there on offense, and they're going to do some great things. With that being said, it's about us playing, competing, and making plays. Sure. And we've got a couple clips here that I think illustrate that a little bit as we get going here. Again, that young man is on pace to just have an enormous year at tailback for them, and we do a great job of first creating the line of scrimmage. The first thing about defensive line and down guys, you got to move the line of scrimmage, whether it's vertically on a negative stint if you're defense, or positively if you're offensive lineman. You got to push them vertically, and I think we do that. We create the line of scrimmage, and you could see that right off the bat there. We're able to create the line of scrimmage 3 yards in the backfield, which consequently forces him to change directions, and then our effort gives us the opportunity to have 9 hats, 8 hats on the ball there, and we're running and going. So I thought it was really good team defense on that particular play. But again, it starts with us getting penetration right there. And once that happens, it forces him to make a decision. He tries to back out and go the other direction, and then we pursue to the football with a little bit of physicality, a little bit of speed, and Matt Boonstra coming in there and being physical right there for a good tackle with Jerry Buxton and Kenny Clark and JT McElroy and Julian Hornback. So they're all really corralling the deal, and Darrell Williams. So I thought that was a pretty good football play for us. When you play Grand Valley, if you're not committed to stopping the run, you don't have a chance to win the game. So I think we worked hard at that deal, and here we go, and we get just a dive play, and we do a good job again establishing the line of scrimmage, creating a little bit of a stalemate, giving our linebackers a chance to fill. Our nose, E.J. Phillips, is a true sophomore who kind of is creating a little bit of a pile. Consequently, they're not able to move off the double team to the second level, and our defense does a good job of filling. And again, Matt Boonstra does a heck of a play and forces the turnover, which was a big fumble for us there. And we turned that deal into 3 points.
Sure, absolutely.
So that was a good turn for us.
Sure.
As we move forward here to the last play, as we show 3 and 3, right? 3 on offense, 3 on defense. Just a pull scheme for them, something they run all the time, and we do a great job evaluating and again being physical as we're coming downhill. E.J. Phillips pursuing a number 90. We do a great job, and that's Jacob Bromowitz, number 18, who's filling, and everyone's running to the football, and we do a pretty good job of making a big play there. Austin McCarthy, to name a few.
Sure. Well, we talked with Matt Boonstra earlier in the show. Tell us about him from the coach's standpoint, a senior captain for you guys. A Rockford High School product, comes from a phenomenal high school football program, great family. They've been ultra supportive of the program, and to see him evolve and grow as a player has been really special. He's a 5th-year senior. He'll graduate, and as long as we keep producing products like that,
we're doing our job. And I'm proud of Matt. He's a captain, and he's going to have a great, I guess, 8 games left of his senior season. So we're excited to see him do that.
Yeah, Anchor's a pretty good linebacker core as well.
For sure.
The Wildcats.
That's for sure.
We'll take a break on the Coach O Show. When we come back, we'll get into the last segment, take a look at the homecoming matchup with Northwood. That's next on the Coach O Show. Welcome back to the Coach O Show. We head into the final segment tonight. So Wildcats getting set for their homecoming matchup with the Northwood Timberwolves on Saturday afternoon at the Superior Dome. And before we preview the Timberwolves, let's talk a little bit about homecoming. And Coach, always an exciting time on campus with the alumni coming back and all the activities going on surrounding the game.
No question. Homecoming is always special. It's special on every college campus. And, I think what makes Northern Michigan and being a Wildcat so special is just the pride that everybody has that's kind of been a Wildcat, it's been here, and that's what homecoming's about, a celebration of our alumni, our current students, the community. I take great pride in being the head football coach here, and our players understand the tradition of the program and being part of a legacy and playing in such a great building like the Superior Dome, and that kind of is a theme for homecoming week, and our guys are excited to put on a great show. And we're celebrating the 1967 championship team, and was led by Lloyd Carr, who was the quarterback, and Dan Flynn, legendary high school coach at Mescanaba High School. So we're to name a few. I mean, they had a whole team of great players and great coaches, and we're excited to welcome that group back. And it's been a little while since that championship. So we're excited. It should be an awesome weekend from a football perspective, and then it's a celebration of all the sports. As I know, there's all kinds of things going on in regards to reunions and such.
Absolutely, should be a great weekend, and a great weekend of football. Northwood Timberwolves in town. Let's talk about them offensively. Option football, what we're going to see on Saturday for them.
Yeah, no question. It's ground and pound. It's control the clock. It's option football, and we understand that. We understand the approach, and they do what they do well, and we're going to have to be really good to win.
And defensively, for you guys, a lot of discipline when you go up against offense.
That's what it's about. It's about responsibility football and understanding how important it is to do your piece of the puzzle, do your job, which is the coaching words right now. It's a Bill Belichick deal. So it really rings true when you talk about playing option football. Everyone's got a job to be really disciplined, and they got to do their part of the puzzle.
How about from Northwood's defense? What do you expect to see against them on Saturday?
They're active and they're physical, and they want to bring the pressure, if you will, and I think it's more about us taking care of our business and controlling the things that we can control, taking what they give us from our offensive perspective. If we do that, we think that we should be okay.
We talk about emotion in games when you go into big situations, about the emotions and the excitement for you guys when you go into the game on Saturday.
Yeah, no question. I think that what we want to do is try to capsule the day. So Saturday is a long way away right now. I mean, we want to have a great practice week. We want to hit the days of the week and the theme of the day and accomplish those things and take a level of calm to the game. When the ball gets kicked off, we've got to execute and play. We've got to coach. So those are the things that are important.
Sounds good. Coach, appreciate it.
Thank you.
That's going to wrap it up for this week's edition of the Coach O Show. Join us next week. We'll recap the Northwood game. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.